2019. It's really exciting to be at the Black Diamond stand. KP,
Yes.
Colin, nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you.
Tell me a bit about some stuff you've got for winter.
So some new products this winter. We've redone our whole line of picks. So the picks used to be made out of a flat steel sheet that were laser cut and then machined afterwards. Now they're hot forged. So what that really does, we've done a lot of durability testing and it increases the durability by 30%. Most people don't realize that picks actually break. They don't break from going into the ice, they break from constantly being pulled out of the ice. And it's this leverage right here, right on this point, right about the fourth or fifth tooth of pulling it out.
As well.
You shouldn't wiggle. It should be in and out. You shouldn't do this. Don't do that. So it's removing it that breaks it. So by hot forging the picks, we've increased the durability by 30%. So all the picks now being hot forged, super cool. They now have a epoxy coating, which makes them look a little sweeter, last longer, and it actually makes it in and out of the ice a little easier than before when it was called black oxide coating.
Because it's smoother?
Yeah, exactly. Basically a little more slippery.
Right.
And then we changed a little bit of the angles and stuff going on. So the natural ice pick that we introduced last year, it's thinner and shorter here, so it goes in and out of the ice better. So we took that tip, we had really good feedback from that geometry, and we put that exact tip on what's called the Ice Plus pick. So these tips are exactly the same. The difference in these two picks is this one is 2 degrees more open angle.
Right.
So if you want a little bit easier pick to climb ice with, this one's going to open it up. If you have a tool that's got a steeper head, like the Fuel has a steeper head, you put this ice on it, it's going to make it climb ice a little better. And then what we did on the mix pick is we made it 3 degrees steeper. So this one's going to be steeper by 3 degrees. This is a T-rated pick that's thicker here, taller here, so it's more burly, but it's steeper. So if you're climbing like the steep overhanging mixed rock, you're going to want this for that.
Okay.
Make sense?
All T-rated?
No, this one's T-rated. These two are B-rated.
B-rated.
So these are the 3 main ones that people are using. We have this Alpine pick. I use this when I go to Alaska. This is a T-rated pick, so it's burlier.
Even burlier than this one?
It's about the same burliness factor. We have a burliness factor.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's very complicated. The BF.
BF.
You have the burliness factor, and these
it's
are
out of what,
they're about the
98
same.
or something?
Yeah, it's out of a fraction. It's out of 1/8. You know. So these are about the same. So these are the main guys for like technical ice climbing.
Yeah.
Then we have these 2 picks, which are really intended to go on our Venom ice tool, which of course you can climb vertical ice with, but it's more of a general all-purpose mountaineering, climb some vertical ice with it. This is the mountaineering, the Mountain Tech, and this is the Mountain Classic, which looks more like a PLA blade. And they're all interchangeable. That's one of the beauty things of all the BD picks is that they're reverse compatible, so all these picks can fit on basically any BD tool.
So I could put that on there? Yes. It would be a bit odd.
That would be a little odd, it'd be a little exciting, but you could do it.
But you could?
You could, and you could also put, like this, if you wanted, on a Cobra. Now that would be something to do.
And why would you do that?
You would never do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could if you wanted.
But you could if you need to.
Exactly.
If you need to be sharp.
Exactly.
Okay, great. And then, so we've got our axe.
Yes.
But then we need to be attached.
We need to be attached to something.
I sometimes leave my axe on a ledge.
When you start climbing, you forget it.
I'm like freestyling up some chimney, and then I think, oh, I've lost my axe.
You don't want to do that. So what we have, can I hand you those? So what we have new this year is we've updated our spinner leashes. So these, of course, are not intended to take a fall.
No.
Even though some people think they are, they're not. So we updated these. The biggest difference between these and last year's is the locking sleeve.
Yeah.
So it can't like unclip itself. So you don't have to lock it, but of course you can lock it, so it's less likely to come off.
Do you find people were complaining that they were unlocking them then?
You want to know who was complaining?
Oh yeah, tell me.
Me.
You were?
Yes, I had them come off because things are happening, there's lots going on. You're plunging in the snow, all kinds of things. And so I was complaining. So I said, let's make these lock.
Come from the boss.
Well, I'm far from the boss, but it came from me. Hey, I want to have these things locking.
Yeah, okay.
These are now aluminum instead of steel.
Yeah.
So this whole unit is 30 grams lighter than the previous one, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
This is polyester now instead of nylon, so it absorbs less water than before, so it's not going to gain weight over like a long route.
Or freeze.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the same short length, but we made it extends a little longer. So when the reach, it's a little longer than previous.
Okay.
And it's also cool guy green. And I mean,
yeah, I mean,
come on.
It's the coolest type of green.
It's the coolest green of all. Yeah,
so it matches.
Yeah, we got a theme going
here.
Here
We
go.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Oh, it makes a nice noise as well, doesn't it?
And boom, lockable. And of course, we have the 2 for the technical ice, and then we have the single, which is called the slinger leash, just one.
Okay.
That you would typically put onto a PLA if you're mountaineering with a PLA. So yeah.
Great. That's a little bit longer, actually, isn't it?
Maybe so.
Easier to attach.
You know what some people do? There's different theories here, and I actually don't do this, but some people, they girth hitch this part to the tool and clip this to their blade so they can take it off quick. Some people do that. I do it the other way. I
do too.
It
would be harder this way, wouldn't it? You
Yeah, I put this onto the tool.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Beauty.
Great. Colin.
Cool guy green.
Cool guy, the coolest leashes.
The coolest of all.
Well, thanks so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
It's
It's always
great
a
to see you
pleasure.
again.
Yes.